Mr. Depp, do you recall seeing this People magazine article?
Yes, I do.
And when did you see it?
Right when it was released, right when it came out.
You could just blow that up a little bit. Is it possible? So on this, which you wrote on with your severed finger, you wrote in some mix of paint or blood, starring Billy Bob and Easy Amber.
Yes, sir.
Miss Heard arrived directly in Australia from filming the film London Fields in England with Billy Bob Thornton, correct?
That's correct.
And you hadn't seen your new bride in 3 or 4 weeks, and she arrives. You're not happy about her filming with Billy Bob Thornton. And on this lampshade, which appears to be sitting on the ground, you write some mixture of blood or paint, "Good luck and be careful at top."
Yes, correct.
Correct?
Yes. I thought it was good advice.
Okay.
And Ms. Heard, and what is depicted in this picture? Please tell the jury.
Johnny passed out on the island where we were vacationing. He had had a bit of a stint of sobriety right before this, and it started to change with his friend Paul Bettany. And yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you, Michelle, can you bring up Defendant's Exhibit 10? Now, Amber, will you please tell the jury why you took this and when you took this?
This was after a several-day bender, a binge of Johnny's. The 22nd of March, which we talked about yesterday, about he tried to burn a painting. It was accusing me of having affairs with a musician, my ex-partner, and he was on these, a drug binge where I saw him no eating, little to no sleep, and he would just use cocaine and drink all day long. Okay. And that would go for a period of time, and then a major blowout, and then he'd get sick and pass out.
Another picture from that home.
Yes, that looks like it's the view from the bathroom.
Okay. And then let's go, Michelle, if you can pull up 1811. Is that a picture of the home?
That's the house, yes.
Okay. And let's go to 1812. And
that's the view from the living room. It opened into a lagoon.
Okay. And then let's look at 1813. I guess that's just another view, little over of the swimming pool, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then let's do one more, 1814. This is inside the house?
Yes.
Okay. And if you can look to the back here where I've got I'm making some, what, if anything, is that back there?
That's the kitchen.
Okay, and this is the dining room, and this is on the main level?
What we're looking at is the dining room table on the main level with the kitchen in the background.
Okay.
The bottle shape The bottle shape.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't, I have not,
Go back to 1816, please.
Your Honor, I had fused. Is there a question?
Parents want to ask a question.
What more do you recall?
you had, sorry, it took me a minute to respond because it's hard. It took me a minute to respond because I had not remembered seeing the bottle that Johnny was using on me.
Talking about this right before the break. It still has my highlight. Which color is underneath the other?
Objection. Calls for speculation.
Based on your perception, which color is
I'll
underneath?
sustain the objection.
All right, let's do this. Let's bring up defendant's 375, which is already into evidence. I think I need to clear that highlight, Your Honor, but I don't have the control on mine. There we go, thank you.
It's in the top right corner if you need it, but that's fine.
Thank you. There it is. My menu was hidden. Amber, I'm going to ask you to take a look. This is the picture that we saw earlier. And do you see the area that's written in red here?
Yes.
Okay. What, if anything, did you have to do with the writing of that red?
Nothing.
Do you, before this trial, did you know who Carly Simon was?
I might have heard her music, but no, I didn't.
Is that the picture you're referring to?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and I'm sorry, I just want to make sure that I understand. What else was in this bathroom where this mirror was?
The bathtub and another mirror, which also had writing on it. The bathtub had a few of my clothes in it and paint, and both of the two mirrors were painted. I believe I took a picture of both mirrors.
Okay. And then I'm going to ask you, Michelle, if you can bring us back to 1831. And did you take this picture?
No.
Okay. And do you see in the mirror there, can you see the bathtub in the back there?
Yes, I can.
All right. Was that the bathtub that you're referring to?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And that had your clothes in it?
Objection leading.
I'm sorry. What, if anything, did it have in the bathtub?
A few of my clothes with paint on them.
Okay.
You can see, I think that's what I see in the corner of the mirror.
Okay. And then let's go to 377 for a moment. That was in evidence already. And do you recall seeing this picture earlier?
I do.
Okay. And now let's go to 1829, please. Does that appear to be the same lampshade but in color?
It does appear that.
Okay,
It is.
thank you. Depict,
Another broken lamp.
okay. And then I've just got a few more left, 1805. And what does this depict?
Wine spill. It looks like the remnants of a wine glass being thrown. And it looks like broken glass.
Do you recognize where this was in the house?
Well, it looks like a bedside table, but I can't be certain.
Okay. Let's go to 1806. All right. Let's, You know, let's skip that one and let's go to 1808. Do you know what this depicts?
Wine spill.
Okay. All right. Now, you started to testify about, well, before we go there, in these pictures, would you say they accurately depict the damage that you saw that third morning?
No.
Is this photograph?
Yes, I do.
And does it accurately depict the scene portrayed?
Yes, that's the next day, I think.
Your Honor, I'm going to move the admission of Defendant's Exhibit 510.
No objection.
All right, 510 in evidence. You can publish it, please.
Thank you. And could you describe to the jury what that is?
There's chunks of my hair that Johnny ripped out while dragging me and punching me.
Thank you. Michelle, could you bring up 513, please? Defendant's 513. Does this picture accurately depict you and the scene portrayed?
I think this is a couple days later, but yeah.
Okay. I'm going to move the admission of Defendant's 513.
No objection.
All right, 513 in evidence.
And could you tell the jury what this is and what it depicts?
This is my face with a busted lip, which it's difficult to see in this picture, but my two black eyes, one is worse than the other. Like I said, maybe a day or two later. And my broken nose.
All right. Thank you. Michelle, can you bring up Defendant's Exhibit 514? Does this accurately portray the scene depicted?
Yes, that's my face sometime after.
Your Honor, I'm going to move the admission of Defendant's 514.
No objection.
514 in evidence. You can publish.
All right. If you could just briefly describe for the jury what this one is.
That's my face. Some time after, and Johnny beat me up.
Thank you. Michelle, if you could bring up Defendant's 515. Does this accurately portray the scene depicted?
Yes.
Going to move the admission of Exhibit 516.
No objection.
515 or 516?
516, I'm sorry if I misspoke.
You said 515
Oh.
before.
It's 515? 515.
No objection to 515? Okay.
No, Your Honor.
515 in evidence. You can publish.
And what does this depict, Amber? Could you tell the jury?
This is my face sometime after.
All right. Let's look at Defendant's 516, please. Does this accurately portray the scene depicted? Amber?
Yes, it does. This
I'd like-
is maybe,
Wait, let me move it first. May I move the
Sure.
admission of Defendant's Exhibit 516,
No objection.
516 in evidence.
published to the jury, please? Okay, Amber, go ahead and explain what it is.
I think this is maybe that night or the next night after Johnny left me on the bed.
Let's go to 517. Does this accurately portray the scene depicted?
Yes, it does.
Move to admit defendants 517, Your Honor.
No objection.
517 in evidence.
Amber, please describe for the jury what this portrays.
That's my face after this incident.
And what's portrayed on your lip?
Well, he busted my lip when he punched me. It's bleeding in this picture. It kept reopening. You know, it's a mouth. The lips move.
Go to 519. Does this accurately portray the scene depicted?
Yes.
Move the
Yes.
admission of 519.
No objection, Your Honor.
519 in evidence.
And tell the jury what this shows.
This is my lip a few days later.
Let's go to defendants 520, please. Does this accurately depict the scene portrayed?
Yes.
Move the admission of defendants 520. Is it 521 or 520? 520.
No objection.
520 in evidence. Publish.
Can you please tell the jury what's depicted here?
That's my scalp with a chunk of it missing from when Johnny was dragging me by my hair.
Let's go to defendants 521, please. I don't think that's the same. Let's take that one down. Let's go to 522. Does this accurately portray the scene depicted?
Well, it's a few days later.
Okay. Move the admission of 522, please.
No objection.
522 in evidence.
And what shows there?
My face is healing.
Okay. Let's go to 523. Does this accurately portray the scene depicted?
Yes, I think this is day or so after, maybe longer. I can't tell, but yes, it does.
Move the admission of 523.
No objection.
523 in evidence.
And I'm just going to draw your attention, Amber, to an area up here. What, if any, bruising did you sustain in that area?
Objection leading.
What, if any?
I'll sustain the objection.
Okay.
It's
What, if any, bruising did you sustain?
I'm
Same
so-
objection.
I'll sustain the objection.
Did you what injuries did you have?
I had bruising on my temple, my chin, my neck, the back of my head. I had swelling and pieces of, my scalp kind of ripped, torn. There were gross, pussy. But this is of the bruising around my temple from one of the blows, several of the blows, I don't know.
Let's go to 524. Does this accurately portray the scene shown?
Yes.
Okay. Move the admission of 524.
No objection.
524 in evidence.
And what does this show?
It's, I had a pretty, can I touch the screen?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, ma'am, you can.
Yes.
And I had a pretty gross bruise right there in my head, on my temple. It's difficult to see it in this light, but I remember it was pretty ugly.
Now let's go to defendant's 509. Does this accurately portray the scene depicted?
Yes, it does.
Your Honor, I move the admission of defendant's 509.
No objection.
All right, 509.
Will you please tell the jury what this is?
That's the bed that Johnny broke while on top of me.
All right, let's go to defendant's 511, please. Does this accurately portray the scene depicted?
Yes.
Move the admission of defendant's 511.
No objection.
All right, 511 in evidence.
What do you see in this picture, Amber?
Just more destruction from a part of the fight that happened in the bedroom. Not the bedroom that I was just talking about. It was the main bedroom. There had been a part of the fight that happened in there too.
Let's go to defendant's 512, please. Does this accurately portray the scene depicted?
Yes, that's downstairs in the main.
Wait, let me move the admission of it. Move the admission of defendant's 512, please.
No objection.
512 in evidence.
Okay, now please tell the jury about it.
It's downstairs in the main apartment.
Okay. Let's go to defendant's 525. And does this accurately depict the scene portrayed?
Yes.
Move the admission of 525, please.
No objection.
All right, 525 in evidence.
And please tell the jury what this is.
This is Johnny's graffitiing on our kitchen counter.
Mr. Depp, now that the jury can see the photograph, can you again explain what that green dot is identifying?
Just above the, well, just above the green dot is a wound from Ms. Hurd taking my cigarette, and this is after the finger had gone away, and she stubbed it out in my face and on my cheek.
We can take this down. Thank you.
I'd say no more than, it would seem to me, no more than 5 days, a week.
And how long was this bandage on your hand for?
Well, I was wearing bandages all the way up until I finished the film, and then hasta la muerte,
And what does that mean?
until death.
And then what does it say after that?
XX Slim,
And who is Slim?
Miss Heard.
Depp, do you recall the occasion on which Miss Heard gave you this knife?
I don't recall exactly the occasion, whether it was my birthday of 2015 or if it was a Christmas gift. There were some scratches. Another altercation, and there were some misheard come at me with her nails or hand scratching at me.
And who took these photographs of you?
Once again, I believe this was Mr. Bett, Sean Bett.
And when were these photographs taken?
Seems to be Christmas, or 10 days before Christmas, the 15th of December 2015.
Mr. Depp, do you remember what led to you having these scratches on your face?
This was yet again another confrontation where
This picture, you recall, Mr. Depp, was taken in or around March of 2013, after you had fallen off the wagon, right?
I'm sorry, what date?
March of 2013, I believe,
March
right?
2013.
Does that ring a bell?
If March 23rd,
So this picture of these 4 giant bags of pot, at least 4, was taken in your recording studio. Is that right?
yes, sir.
Okay. This is a picture of you on a black leather couch, passed out, correct?
Passed out's an interesting way of putting it. Maybe asleep.